Recovery. I'm talking about the possible near future for America in our fight against COVID, even as we are in the middle of a battle against the Omicron variant. More than 5.4 million Americans tested positive last week. That is a new record. But take a look at this. New York City's numbers are dropping and dropping fast in terms of both cases and hospitalizations. That's a big deal because New York was one of the first places hit hard by the variant. And it follows a similar trajectory in South Africa, where Omicron was first discovered. And as our Debora Patta shows us, that is good news there. That could be a sign of better times ahead in this country.
After just 8 weeks since the world first heard about Omicron, discovered here in South Africa, the country's wave has dropped as sharply as it had risen. And there's been very little interruption to people's lives. Children remain in school. Restaurants are busy, and the city is bustling. Omicron quickly became the focus of global anxiety. Infections spread here with ferocious speed. Within days, South Africa was the epicenter of the disease, and then, well, not much at all.
We've monitored this same COVID ward throughout the pandemic. During the Omicron wave, it's as if it's a completely different hospital. Half empty, very few patients requiring oxygen, and the staff are under a lot less pressure.
It was the complete opposite just 6 months ago during the country's battle with the Delta variant. Then this same hospital was overwhelmed.
You are a human being before you become a nurse. So seeing people dying like that is very, very hard.
That was exhausted COVID nurse Justice Mangala speaking to us then. This time round, he can count the deaths on one hand.
A little bit at ease now that we have got this second line of defense, which is our vaccine.
It's the vaccine and previous infections that have boosted South Africa's immunity to the virus, explains vaccinologist Professor Shabri Ahmadi, and that has dramatically reduced severe illness and death.
The Omicron wave now accounts for less than 5% of all of the deaths that has occurred due to COVID-19 since the start of the pandemic.
Mahdi believes that while there will still be many more variants, the acute phase of the pandemic, at least here in South Africa, with its devastating death toll, could be over.
I'm highly optimistic that we have reached a turning point of this pandemic. I can't see us revisiting what we experienced during the course of the first 3 waves in South Africa, and in fact I'm optimistic in most other countries.
Some high-income countries have cautioned against relying too much on the South African data, but scientists like Professor Mahdi battle to understand their reluctance to learn from the South African experience. For CBS Mornings, Debora Patta, Johannesburg.
Debora Patta, thank you.